The days are longer, it's a tad warmer, and you can really sense the natural world beginning to stir into life. It's just wonderful. Are you raring to go too? Of course you are. Here then are 5 vegetables you can start off right now before spring really gathers pace, and each of them is guaranteed to give you that sought after head start to the growing season. Hi, I'm Ben Van Heems, and on this channel we share the best tips for growing an easy, productive vegetable garden. I am so excited to get started. Come on, let's do this. Garlic is a vital ingredient in so many recipes, and the starting point to our early planting top 5. While garlic is generally planted in the autumn, there are plenty of varieties that can be planted now, and the sooner the better, as garlic needs a period of chilling before it launches into growth. Get it into the ground as soon as you can, spacing the separated cloves at least 6 inches or 15 centimetres apart, and planting them so that the pointed end faces up and sits just beneath the surface. If your soil is still saturated or frozen where you are, you can always plant your cloves into pots or plug trays to plant out later in spring. The weather here has improved quite a bit, so I reckon that these guys are good to go. Keeping the soil free of weeds is important, and because garlic is shallow rooted, you're safest weeding by hand to avoid disturbing the roots. Unlike most beans, fava beans or broad beans are impressively cold tolerant and may be planted outside as soon as the soil is workable, or under cover into plug trays or pots if it isn't. Sow the chunky seeds about 2 inches or 5 centimetres deep into well-draining soil or potting mix. These top-heavy beans are best sown in double rows, leaving about 8 inches or 20 centimetres between the 2 rows. Then another 2 feet or 60 centimetres to the next double row to make it easy to get between them for weeding. Or space them as blocks of plants at least 8 inches, that's 20 centimetres apart in each direction. Most varieties need supporting to keep them from flopping over. Use string stretched between sturdy corner posts or stakes. Every year I enjoy pretty good success growing onions from seeds. Many people start their onions off from sets, which are partly grown onions that are then planted into the soil like garlic cloves. But I find that onions started from seed are less likely to bolt, which is when they flower prematurely before they've reached the point of harvest. Onion seed doesn't last long though, at least not for me, so be sure to use fresh seed to avoid disappointment. Sow them in the warm into pots of seed starting mix. I start them off indoors, then once they're up, move them into the greenhouse to continue growing. As soon as the seedlings are big enough to handle, they're then carefully teased apart and transferred into plug trays to continue growing. Once the roots fill their plugs, they're ready to go outside, usually in mid-spring at about 6 to 8 inches, that's 15 to 20 centimetres apart. Now, if you don't have protected areas such as a greenhouse or polythene tunnel, you can always enjoy a jump start with grow lights. One of the biggest issues with growing indoors is the lack of quality light, and grow lights are a great way around that. They're especially handy for starting off early salad leaves like lettuce, spinach and pea shoots. Scatter seed thinly into pots or trays of seed starting mix. Then grow them on for a few weeks until you're ready to tease them apart to pot on into their own pots or plugs. By this point it may even be warm enough to plant them directly outside, under the added protection of cloches or cold frames if it's still a bit cold. Alternatively, sow pinches of seeds directly into plug trays to grow on and plant as small clusters of seedlings. Our final crop captures the easy living good times of summer sunshine, the tomato. And in fact, the following advice goes for all warm season fruiting vegetables in the same crop family, so that's peppers of all types including chili peppers and eggplant or aubergine. Sow them right now, spacing the seeds at least a finger's width apart, then lightly cover them over. Pop them into a heated propagator to speed up germination, or cover them with clear plastic to create a snug environment, then move them to a warm windowsill. They'll take up to a week to germinate, then soon after they can be individually potted up, sinking seedlings most of the way up to their lowest leaves to give them extra support and to produce sturdier seedlings. Grow them on somewhere warm and light. Those grow lights can be put to good use again, before moving them into a greenhouse or cold frame once there's no chance of frost. In warmer areas, they can then be gradually acclimatised to outdoor conditions before transplanting outdoors, but keep them away from harsh winds, which can destroy these tender plants. These are just 5 crops you can start right now, but there are others, including radish, early brassicas like cabbage and cauliflower, and herbs such as parsley. Tell us what you're sowing or planting right now, or for more quick off the starting block ideas, please check out our early sowing playlist. I'll catch you next time.